This is FNX.
Fucking hot.
Hey.
I mean, not horrible.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the SOGOpod. I'm Kinder.
I'm Frank.
I'm back.
Bitches.
Sponsored in part by These Nuts.
These nuts.
And I'm gone again. Bye.
These
Farewell.
ovaries. I'm sorry. Let's be gender equality.
Sponsored in part by
Ovaries.
So long,
The
farewell.
Breakfast of Champions.
Leave and good night.
Adieu. Adieu.
I don't know this song.
It's from Sound of Music.
I mean, I know, but I don't know.
That
the
wonderful
lyrics.
video game, The Sound of Music.
That would be a really weird video
It would
game.
be a really weird video game, wouldn't it? Sound
It'd be
of
all
Music.
chiptune.
God, that would be weird. Wait, how would that work?
Same way our
Sound of
intro
Music
is.
as a video game. No, I'm not talking about the music from Sound of Music. I'm talking about the movie as a video game would be weird. Like at the end is where all the action picks up, but the beginning is like you're a nun and then you work for a family
You're a nun, and then you're not a nun.
and then you're not a nun.
And then you help some people escape Nazis.
And then you
I don't fucking know.
You facilitate underage sex.
you fall what?
I mean,
You
whatever,
fall
man.
in love with a dude who's got a lot of kids,
Right.
and then you become
Kinda like my
you
mom.
become not a nun, and then you feel guilt, and then you go back to being a nun,
It's a pretty good game.
and then you come back again, and you marry the guy with a lot of kids, and then you become a singing troupe, and then you escape Nazis.
I mean, surely it's a better game than Titanic.
Yeah. A lot of games are better than Titanic.
Probably Titanic.
Titanic, yeah.
You never saw the John
I
Tron
have
episode?
seen it. I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to John Tron.
That's a very oddly specific video, too. That's what I love about John Tron. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do fucking Titanic bootleg games. That'll work.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Welcome, everybody. This week on the SOGOpod, we're going to talk about some stuff, probably.
Probably. Some stuff.
Probably something.
Some things.
I got a new book.
First of all,
okay.
we are now on the FNX network.
Yes.
I don't know what that means because
Means-
I haven't been doing things.
It means we got picked up by some Aussies.
Some Woolsies.
Aussies.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding, Frank. Actually,
You're not really
explained
making
it to me,
mad? Call them New Zealanders.
Yeah, Kiwis. Some Kiwis picked us up.
but- and now we're dropped.
And now we're dropping. Well, that was short-lived.
I do like the Fly the Concords bit where he goes home with a girl and he wakes up in her room and realizes that she's Australian because they're from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And she's like, I think she's Australian. So how do you know? She has an accent like ours, but more evil.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been around.
You haven't been around?
Well, I've been around.
You've been
I
around.
I haven't been around on here.
Audio or any other thing. Well, you
Or-
did the
or
Mario
video.
Party thing. You know?
I did do the Mario Party thing. I totally fucking forgot about that. Oh my god.
I fucked that video up bad. I had the sound all wrong.
I'm not
Like,
surprised. You don't know how to edit video.
Did you try to edit
You're
it?
just
Or
drooling.
did
You're
you
just drooling all over your.
I got a cough drop. I got a cough drop in.
It's taking over.
This cough drop betrayed me. Like, I fucking put this cough drop in to stop from coughing during the episode, and I'm sitting here like
Causes
chewing on
you
it.
to cough.
Yeah, and I fucking choke on it.
It's not an anti-choke drop. It's a cough drop.
Yeah, so I just like fucking cough drool all over my goddamn You betrayed me.
Oh my god. Anyway.
We're dying there for a second. Ricola is
Anyway.
Swedish
Ricola the
for
revenge.
betrayal.
What did you do? What did you do to fuck up the Mario Party?
Oh no, I actually fucked up the stream.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
audio was all off.
Yeah, so the source audio was fucked. So
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't really... we weren't really paying attention to it.
Well, on our end, it was fine.
It's a terrible game.
Because, we mix in hardware.
Yeah.
But in software, the mix was just fucking awful. So that's probably why everybody left that came in.
Yeah, it might have been.
Because the music was just...
Mario Party music, yeah.
Yeah. And
well, if you thought it was bad for us.
We were just sitting there like, game, I'm playing the game. Just this loud ass music.
Karley, what have you been playing? We don't really normally do it. What have you been playing?
I have not been playing any. I've been watching you play Metal Gear Solid 5.
Right.
Except for the past 2 weeks. I
literally have not played Metal Gear Solid 5 since our last recording. Not because I don't want to bad, but because A, any free time that I have is going towards animating or the kids. And B, the fucking kids.
Well, for me, it's just I've gotten to a point where
he beat the first half. He beat the
I'm
first
getting
chapter.
I beat the first half.
I just want to, but it's I can't. I don't know. It's something I really don't want to put the time in right now.
Yeah, you can't play the game for 5 minutes. You got to dedicate time
exactly.
to it.
And I could easily.
I have been playing a game. Yes. I have been playing Crossy Road.
Yes, playing a lot of Crossy Road.
I've been playing a lot of Crossy Road. I'm very late on that train.
It's
been out
there's our hardcore demographic leaving now.
I had to...
Crossy Road's a hardcore fucking game.
I got to 299, man. And then Frank was like, shit, I need to start playing it again so I can beat you. Other than that, I actually downloaded and installed Grim Fandango Remastered, so I will start playing that probably at some point this week. It's just going to be something I'm going to play and make Frank watch me play to get him back for making me watch him play Metal Gear. And I might, maybe, I don't know.
I mean...
I have to record it from home.
Yeah, just
wouldn't be that hard.
Take fucking one of the condenser mics and set it up and just don't do camera.
We shall see. We shall see.
Anyway, speaking of, cameras and shit, we are, as we said before, rebooting our YouTube stuff.
Let's not talk about it too much. Let's not talk about it too much.
Because then people will expect it.
Yeah. It's not going to be soon, I'll tell you that much right now. We're fucking working on it, right?
It'll happen at some point.
Life
finds a way. Life finds a way.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I played anything else.
Oh, you played the plant game.
I've been playing that plant game. That's not really a game.
It's a game.
It's a simulator.
Yeah, it's a
plant
succulent.
It is a
garden
succulent garden simulator, and it's something you literally
S3?
open.
Is this the S3 plan?
It's the real S3
solid snake simulation.
It's something you open for 5 minutes.
Solid stem
to water
simulation.
your plants and to sing to your snail. You sing to your snail, and then you close it, and then you open it the next day and do the same thing.
You water plants and you sing to the snail.
And if you spray the snail with water, it just because when you first focus on the snail, it says snail, how cute, and then you spray it with water and it says snail, wet.
It's a perfect game.
It's pretty good.
It makes my snail wet.
It's pretty.
Most games should feature a function where you can put water on things. I have a water gun in Metal Gear Solid 5 now, so
Did you put fires out with it? Yeah.
I've just been spraying people.
I tried it on
soldiers
Man on Fire.
with water.
Does nothing.
I just sat there spraying one dude for 5 minutes while it was about to quit the game, and pulled up. I had the 4 dudes that are waiting by the helicopter when you land. I knocked them all out, and then I threw down a bunch of big boss decoys all over the place. And then I hid in a box, and then they walk around and they salute each of the decoys, and they're just walking around saluting all the decoys. And then they make their way over to the box, and I pop out and I start shooting them in the face with the water gun. They're like,
thanks, big boss.
Thanks, big boss.
Thank you.
Is that filled with urine?
It's my pee.
This smells fine.
Marking my territory.
This is mine.
You are mine. You belong to me.
You're already a demon.
Pissing all over it.
Oh my god.
This is a game that would really benefit. I'm hoping that the mod support goes as far as to just add a piss on command button. That would be nice.
You got the horse.
Yeah, if the horse can poop, then Big Boss should be able to just whip it out and piss.
It works like the water gun.
Yeah, just have the water gun effect. Just have it literally just a spritz at a time.
I don't get why can't Dee Dee just poop on command? In that case, why can't Quiet poop on command?
That would be really good. Quiet. Do it, Quiet.
Oh, God, we're clipping like a motherfucker.
Quiet.
Make sure you normalize this. And someone puts in a glass table.
What about D-Walker? Would he just like changes oil? In
No, a
the
bunch
road?
of bolts with nuts would drop out. Just
A single bolt.
A big
just a lot of like clinking, like loud rattling noises, and then pink, and just a huge like bolt drop.
And then there's like a microwave ding.
Yeah, ding.
This podcast is going a weird direction.
Poop jokes brought to you by SOGOpod.
Needs more poop jokes.
Needs more poop jokes.
More wolf job.
And it sucks because I was prepared today to record with Laura, or last
The
night,
Lorax?
and things were just
Bernie Sanders?
things in life were just not okay, so we weren't able to. So I'm prepared. Like, I have things to discuss with her
Right.
that I can't discuss on here because it's like actually like discussions to have with her,
Yeah.
and it's not just like poop.
Poop's funny though.
But like,
Some
Target
relative-
demographic.
like I had a couple of like weird dreams or something to talk about with her because they were fucking funny. But
Well, sadly, this is not a dream podcast.
Yeah.
This is a video game.
But they were funny. They were funny. Well, one of them did involve a video game.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
crack road or whatever it was.
No, it was. Well, I might as well tell it. I don't
Cracky
know.
road. It's video
was-
game and focused.
So, I guess I'll preface this by saying I've been off my meds.
Yeah, that happens.
So I've been having some weird ass fucking dreams. And the other night, I was like in between sleep, but I was still dreaming. It was really weird because I was kind of conscious of what was going on, but I was still dreaming, which is odd. But
Fucking weird.
so I'm having this dream where Brad and Frank are playing a video game that was similar to Crossy Road, but not. It was like, I think Crossy Road on crack is how I described it. And I can't even remember the details of it now. I just know it was really weird. And they had made a bet on this video game. Whoever won, because it was like a split screen thing, and it was like whoever
It's a
won
circus.
had to. They had to trade They had to trade jackets for some reason.
Why not?
So it's like, really, you both lose.
Yeah.
But because no, the jackets weren't good jackets.
Well, yeah.
They
So
were
you gotta imagine
literally-
all the jackets that I own and all the jacket that Brad owns.
Brad owns one good jacket. Well, no, he owns two.
He owns
He has
a
two.
jacket.
No, he has two good jackets.
He owns 2 jackets. I wouldn't call them good.
One of them is very good. The one he found in his closet randomly, like a year ago, and
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like that
that
really good looking one.
Yeah, but no,
Anyway.
he doesn't wear that. He wears his one made out of carpet.
He'll wear the other one when it gets cold. Anyway, but no, they were both wearing, like, if you can imagine, just a shitty gray thing you buy at Walmart for $5.
So, like homeless chic.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were each wearing one of those. Okay, except Frank's. The only difference was
It's
that
called
Brad's.
style. Look it up.
The only difference was that Brad's was a pullover and Frank's was a zip up, and that was the only
So
difference.
I had the better jacket.
Yeah.
And
That's why Brad wanted it.
and
now he has another fiddle toy.
and I specifically remember because, like I said, I was kind of in between awake and sleep,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, out loud, I whispered. I shouldn't say said because I whispered this, and I said, "Frank, remember yours has a zipper." And that's it. And that fucking woke me up, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" That would sound really weird out of context. So I pull up my phone and I'd like type it into my phone, eyes like half closed, and I'm just like, "How weird fucking dream," and I like detailed it slightly, and the Crossy Road came out as Crush Road.
Crotch Road.
Crush Road.
Welcome to the Crotch Road. I'm Howard Stern.
It was, I don't know, it was really weird because that was the end of the dream, was me going, "Frank, yours has a zipper." Because he was trying to pull it over his
Sounds
head.
like the end of a Caden joke.
Yeah.
No, he was trying to pull it over his head, and I was like, "Dude, what are you fucking doing? It has a zipper." But it sounded really weird out of context, so I wrote it down on my phone while I was asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So that happened.
Yeah. Probably not entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, that was
but,
pretty good.
I don't know what you guys do now, so I'm just kind of
Mostly
here.
talk about video games.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't actually listen to y'all's podcasts anymore because I'm not on it.
Oh.
Well, we're talking about video games, but I actually want to talk about something else.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen so for like almost a month now, InBev has been trying to buy SAB Miller. So the people who own Miller Coors.
Yeah, I saw that.
So people who own Budweiser and a bunch of other things are trying to buy the people that own Miller Coors. And
how's that going?
They finally closed the deal.
Oh my god!
Because
they
were
agreed?
Yeah, so they were looking to offer them like $60 per stock for like over 50% controlling share in the company, hostile takeovers type stuff.
Yeah.
But then they were like, no, there's the SAB Miller CEO is like, they're severely undervaluing us and everything like that, and like basically like we hold all the cards, you know, we're the ones who get the final say. So finally they basically. Capitulated and just started and gave them what they were asking for the share of the company because they just really wanted it.
Yeah.
I did see that post on that one website from like reason.org about how it's not going to affect, you know, because the American beer market is so competitive, and it's a very misinformed article from just what I skimmed of it, because like it completely, like, the beer market's weird in America. Because 90% of the beer is big industrial American light lagers. 10% is craft beer market. And that 10% has grown a lot since like this is like a 2008 number, you know, like this. So we're talking maybe 11 to 15% maybe. Yeah. And the rest of it's majority, overwhelming majority industrial light lagers. So yeah, them purchasing that does create a monopoly, but it actually won't create a monopoly in America, because what's going to happen is they're going to buy SAB Millers, and then they're going to sell off the Miller Coors operations that InBev InBev would own. Yeah. They're going to sell off those operations to like Molson or Heineken or something. So like the American beer market's not going to change. Like it's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be exactly the same. Competitive's not going to be an issue. The real issue though that article didn't bring up was that the beer market as it is right now, one, InBev and SAB Miller are buying craft breweries by the fucking dozens right now. So they're buying up all these craft breweries to get their brands, to get their labels, and they're still producing good beer with them. And, you know, average Joe Sixpack doesn't give a shit about where the beer comes from, who actually owns the company that makes it. All they care about is price and availability. Two big things. So in order to secure price and availability...
What can I get at the gas station at 12 o'clock at night with this $20 bill?
Right.
That will get me drunk.
It also goes to show, like, and like, they're targeting a very specific market.
The answer to that question, however, is not beer related. It is actually buy a 40.
Yeah, it's like...
like Four Loko.
It's like Four Loko or MD 2020 or Thunderbird or something like that.
3 Loko, 5 me.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
So yeah, that's the for that particular market.
Yeah.
Apparently the government's trying to
I know those people.
Like get in there and fuck some shit up. I don't know.
I mean, that fact is, government regulation is the reason why they're able to do what they do.
Welcome to
but that's the thing. Like, well, that's the problem. It's corporatism. You know, like regulate. Beer in particular is overregulated compared to other alcohol industries. You know, like compared to liquor and compared to wine, especially. Like wine is treated like food. You know, it's treated like a fucking...
What do you mean booze ain't food?
It's treated like you would treat fucking shipping bread across the country. Like, nobody gives a fuck about wine. Even though it's more alcohol than most beers and, like, is definitely cheaper by volume. You know? And, like...
There's a mosquito flying around. I'm just watching it. Like, bitch, you better not come down here.
Wine is such an odd thing, though, because it's the choice... It's the drink of choice for both homeless people... and debutantes.
Yeah.
Well, not debutantes. Debutantes' moms.
Yeah. Debutantes' moms. Box and wine. For the volume and alcohol content, wine is probably like up there when it comes to like what you can get for the price. Yeah. You can get $5 bottle of wine that's fucking 14% alcohol and get fucking trashed. Beer, on the other hand, you know, hovers anywhere between 5 to 10%.
It's working man's drink.
It's a working man's
drink. Blue collar.
Yeah, blue collar. If you want to, like, yeah. But because it is blue collar, it's because the concept of the drunk, violent person isn't a person who drinks wine. It's a person who drinks beer. So beer gets super regulated because of that. But then companies like InBev and Miller Coors have taken advantage of that system in order to keep craft breweries down. That's changing because the market is just cannot... Like, they're getting tired. Like, a very... growing portion of the population is getting tired of drinking industrial light lagers. Now, granted, that portion of the population is going down. Like, the average consumption of beer overall is going down, while the consumption of craft beer is going up. So the market's shrinking, and then that shrinking market is drinking more and more craft beer. So what the big companies do is they say, well, we're just going to buy up all these craft brewers, we're going to buy their labels. And then what they're doing also is they're buying distributors. They're buying the distributors. They're pushing the craft breweries off those out of those distributors and putting in their craft labels, so they're still getting all the profits. I'm okay with a big company owning a craft brewery. Oh well, I just won't drink it anymore, or it's not considered craft.
I'm not much of a hipster.
Well, I mean, it's fucking. I'm not.
I really like Magic Hat,
I'm more of those they've been owned by fucking big brewers for a while now. Craft Brewers Association, CBA, which is owned by InBev. Yeah, they've been owned by. You have to know where your product comes from. That's why I drink local. Like as close to local as I can get. I try to drink Sweetwater, and I
adjust the mustache wax and
mustache
put on your
wax
top hat.
Well, I mean, you got to
ride your unicycle.
It's
away.
an economic stimulus.
You moving to Portland, Frank?
Fucking Corvallis, Oregon has the most breweries per capita.
Hell yeah. You know why?
This is a Portlandia.
You know
skit
why?
at this point.
You know why? Because Oregon just legalized recreational marijuana.
Fucking, I will move to a recreational pot place at some point if it gets to the point.
If it will get me to shut up, he will move there.
Yeah.
Basically, is what he's gonna say.
Because I will fucking smoke pot all the time. Okay. I will be that guy. I'll be that guy who just smokes it.
Yeah.
Just
like a cigarette.
Like a cigarette. Yeah, I'll just be that guy, but I can't.
Yeah.
Even just smoking it recreational, even like smoking weed as much as I get fucking smashed, which is very irregular.
Once a year.
About once a year for you.
Well, no, once a year
for me, it's more like twice a year. Maybe
you get kind of drunk at every wrestling pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I don't even remember last time I was drunk.
I just thought of
I
something.
get tipsy at every.
I just thought of something. The quiet poop on command thing would not work. Because she's on top of a cliff, so you would just tell her to poop constantly, and she would just be laying in a pile of poop.
No, yeah, that would
and it would actually make it worse.
No, she points her butt towards the enemy, and then she launches it.
She's shooting?
With parasites.
See, no, that's just silly.
Just mod a tube in.
That's just silly.
And just have like a trank dart full of poop, and then they go into septic shock instead of going to sleep.
Right, and then they die. So it's like a Z's for and it goes from Z to stun to 3 lines to dead.
Yeah. mod makers out there, we need a quiet poop command.
Even if it's just quiet poop rifle.
We need a
quiet poop rifle.
What we need is a horse snatch mod, don't you know?
Yeah. I mean, we need is dragon dildos. We need a Grom 11 that fires dragon
bad dragon?
dildos. Yes, that fires bad dragon dildos and 6 packs of Coca-Cola.
We need Macho Man guards.
We're just waiting. We're waiting.
I want to play Skyrim now. Thanks.
Hey, if they can put Metal Gear Solid 5 models in the Source Engine, then the fucking opposite should be possible. And I want fucking everything in the Metal Gear Solid 5. I want to be able to recruit Hulk Hogan and then kick him out because he's a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker. Put him in an all-black unit. And make a mod so Big Boss is black.
Hulk Hogan, you're in the Buffalo Soldiers now. That's what they were in the all-black unit. You want Tuskegee Airmen? What else you got?
Oh, God, we're going to hell.
Rough Riders?
No. Hulk Hogan is going to hell. Wait, I don't believe in hell.
Hulk Hogan's... there isn't a hell, but whatever creator will create a hell for Hulk Hogan.
Here's what you do. You make a unit, and you name it Harlem Heat.
There you go.
And then you put
Hulk
Hogan in there, and everyone else is Booker T.
Yeah, a mod... There actually is a way to mod the names that you get.
Speaking of wrestling...
Oh, yeah.
Frank and I watched NXT TakeOver last week.
Yes.
Last week?
Yes.
And that, I can't remember his fucking name now, but that black guy...
Apollo Crews?
He's fucking
Creed?
awesome!
Apollo Crews.
Is he Russian?
No,
Damn.
he's just a black guy.
He's a black guy.
And he's
Big-ass
really,
black
really,
guy.
he's really, really good. He's really,
If you're
really
familiar
good.
with Bobby Lashley, he's
And-
like somebody took Bobby Lashley and then injected Neville's DNA into
Yeah.
it.
And Frank was talking... I know this is not a wrestling podcast, but whatever.
Well, this is just a return to form of the original SOGOpod.
Yeah. It's all me. It's all my fault. I apologize, regular listeners.
I'm having fun.
But
Irregular at this
Frank was talking about how he fought... Oh, fuck. Tyler Breeze, which is... I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, Tyler.
But Tyler Breeze has been in NXT since the beginning of fucking NXT.
Yeah.
And he still has not gone to the main roster.
Right.
He is still stuck in NXT.
It's become part of his gimmick.
Yeah.
That he's pissed off that all these guys keep overtaking him.
And I was telling Frank, I was like, well, I mean, technically Tyler Breeze should go to the main roster, but... Fuck, his stupid gimmick is really annoying, and
He's Zoolander.
I don't like it.
There's nothing to love about that.
I didn't like Zoolander. Why would I like a fucking wrestler who's themed as Zoolander with a fucking fur-covered selfie stick?
Why would you not?
Anyway, but Frank was like, well, you know who needs to go to the main roster? It needs to be Apollo Crews. And I said, no, because then he's going to get fucked over like every other black guy that's in the main roster. And he was just like, he was quiet for a second, and he just goes, yeah, you're right.
Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't mind Apollo Crews and New Day, because New Day
That would
awesome.
be amazing. I agree completely.
So,
I totally agree.
There's a perfect example of, like, the inherent racism of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Mixed with the ingenuity of Xavier Woods,
And
Big E, and Kofi Kingston.
Kingston.
Like, they basically, like, they're partnered together. Like, Xavier Woods had the idea of creating an all-black stable. And he's like, goes to McMahon's like, yeah, okay. And so they get partnered together, and McMahon's like, no, we're going to make you fucking baby faces, and we're going to do the opposite of what people would expect, which would be like a Nation of Domination, Black Power movement kind of thing.
Yeah, similar to...
Because that's exactly...
Whatever, what's his name? Oh, God, what the fuck? Why am I forgetting? Titus O'Neil and...
Primetime Players?
Primetime Players, thank you. I couldn't remember.
Well, there's just like millions of dollars. You know, just fucking...
Yeah, but they're still billed as heels more, though.
Yeah, when they were heels, it was just like rappers, basically, you know, or like that kind of like black people with money, like that gimmick.
Titus O'Neil in his really tiny trunks.
Yeah.
He needs to get some bigger trunks.
He's a naked man.
He is a naked man. He's a very large naked man.
So they had this with this shitty gimmick, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, well they're like coming out, and they're supposed to be fucking super white meat baby faces. Mm-hmm. So everybody fucking hates super white meat baby faces, which is a failing of wrestling fans.
So everybody hated the New Day.
So everybody hated the New Day.
Out.
So then they turned them heel, and so what they do now is they take everybody's inherent racism and they turn it against them. You know, they play into like super racist shit. It's hilarious. Milk. You know, like they fucking like they come out dancing like fucking and clapping. And
I've seen those. I actually saw those guys the other night. They're like in like super bright ass.
Yeah,
costume.
exactly. Yeah,
I saw them dancing. And it's like my
one of the guys is a trombone.
I forgot about his trombone.
My kids, you know, they stay at their grandmother's house every now and then, and her son, she has a very young son, which is weird, but whatever. But her son and her husband, also a man baby. Nah, he's actually pretty cool. He's just weird.
They watch wrestling.
They really love wrestling, and he turns it on. He's like, oh, you know, WW whatever is coming on. And I was like, okay, well, turn it on. They turn it on. First thing I see is these three black dudes just fucking pelvic thrusting like a motherfucker with their hands over.
No. Big E with his hip swivel?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
It was just like, did Emmitt Smith just get a touchdown? Is that what's going on?
It's basically what it is. So they play into like everybody's like just inherent natural racism, and like so like there was like everyone's hair changes every fucking week at this point. Like he came out like before with just like an afro pulled back into a ponytail, so he's got the big puffy thing in the back of his head. And then he comes out the next day and he's got perfectly straight perm down, like fucking Andre 3000 hair, and he's like relaxed, and he's like just combing it all the time. And then the next day he comes out with the fucking trombone, and he's playing fucking Final Fantasy victory music every fucking chance he gets. Yeah.
He likes video games. Xavier Woods has been on Giant
He
Bomb
actually
stuff
has
a lot.
his own video game channel.
Really?
Up, Up, Down, Down. It's like a WWE sponsored Xavier Woods gaming channel.
He's been on, I know he was
and he gets fucking W Superstars.
He was at E3 with Giant Bomb, I think, on a panel. But not a panel that they did.
He did one of their late night shows. Yeah, like one of their after hours things.
And
he took out Alex Nevada.
Somebody was talking about how I love E3 because you get all the D-list celebrities. And Xavier Woods is sitting next to me. He's like, excuse me? If you're referring to Vern Troyer, you are wrong. He is an A-list celebrity because apparently he was there as well.
You're referring to me and Vern Troyer playing Battleborn.
Yeah.
Because there's a picture of Xavier Woods playing Battleborn.
He needs to come in one week with like literal Guile hair.
He had Rufio hair at the pay-per-view.
Oh my god, he did! I forgot about that!
Fucking like straight up fucking red stripes and shit.
I'm pretty sure at some point the crowd actually did start a Rufio chant. And they were all like, Rufio! Oh! I know, I was doing that at home. I was like, holy shit, look at that.
Bangarang.
Oh, that is such a good movie.
But so they've been doing this gimmick, and it's fucking great. It's like the best.
They drank
thing
milk
that's
for a
going
while.
on. Yeah.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, occasionally. It's
just
the power
drink
of
milk?
positivity.
Yeah. And they're always really cheerful.
They're
They're
overwhelmingly cheerful in their promos and shit, but like in that backhanded sort of like old like Kurt Angle sort of way where they're like really in your face about being positive to the point where they're insulting to you as a human. Like still like usually it's insult local sports team kind of positivity, you know. Don't be sad because the Detroit Tigers can't win, you know, like that kind of thing. Like
don't be mad because you can't get it up.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Be happy on not disappointing your wife every night.
We could just completely just turn this into a total wrestling podcast because I could go on about fucking the women's wrestling in NXT
FNX
right now, which
pandering to the FNX crowd.
We could go on about that for a while. Frank and I talk about that on our own a lot, but we're not going to do that right now.
Well, I'll just go ahead and say, if you haven't watched NXT TakeOver and you have a WWE Network, watch it because it's really good. There's a 30-minute Iron Man match between Sasha Banks and Bayley, which is fucking
so
amazing. They destroy each other.
It was so good. It's so good.
Like me personally, I think that if the crowd had been more behind Becky Lynch, that the Becky Lynch Sasha Banks match, I think that was better than the Bayley Sasha Banks match. I think, but Bayley had more of the crowd behind her when she went into that.
I
match,
think that the reason why that match was better is because Becky Lynch is not necessarily a better wrestler than Bayley, but more technical. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she's very technical.
She is much more technical than Bayley, so that when they get into like the skirmishes type things, where they're doing the reversals a lot, it comes across as more entertaining.
Well, see, what I like about Sasha is that she does unexpected stuff.
I'm not saying Sasha. I'm saying Sasha wasn't the weak. I like Bayley a lot, but Sasha wasn't. She was the weak part in that match.
Oh, no, but I mean, they were still both doing stuff that they don't normally do.
Oh, yeah.
But what I like about Sasha Banks is that she does stuff that you don't normally see because it's just so, like, out of left field. Like, she'll fucking stomp. Like, somebody will be reaching for the fucking rope. She'll have them in the bank stay, which is, like, basically like a modified crossface. Yeah. And so she'll have them in that, and, like, so she's, like, sort of sitting up, and the person will be reaching out for her. She'll fucking stomp on their fucking hand with her leg while she still has them in the crossface. And it's
Sasha Banks is fucking brutal,
she's brutal as shit. And, like, you're wondering how she doesn't fucking actually hurt somebody out there because she
probably does.
Leaning into those fucking things.
She's really good at selling. That's the thing. She is no Ryback. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I don't know what it is about Ryback. He'll fucking climb up to the top rope and go. He went up to the top rope for a fucking splash. And I know things fall at the same rate, but for some reason it seemed like he fell faster than naturally possible. Like somehow he, like, I don't know, it was just like, like he was denser than like normal matter.
Frank actually has Sasha Banks' entrance music as a option in Metal Gear Solid 5 for his helicopter.
Oh, nice.
So he'll have, and she's called the boss.
Yeah.
So he'll have her
entrance music.
Yeah, she's Sasha Banks. She's the boss. That's
also that and the John Cena music, which I haven't done.
Replace all the Mammal Pod stuff. Spoilers. Replace all the fucking Mammal Pod stuff with just quotes from her and the cheer crying in the background. Like instead of Snake, was that you? Just like tonight is SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Whatever. I haven't watched fucking wrestling regular. Whatever.
Sasha Banks doesn't take over. Well, she's on NXT.
Tonight on NXT
main roster, so she would be on SmackDown.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So, wrestling. I just realized, though, while we were doing that, I was like, holy shit, we actually got Kinder to shut the fuck up.
I don't know anything.
Can we talk, we could talk about wrestling video games, because coming out soon is WWE 2K16. Okay, let's talk about something else.
I was about to say, I have not heard fantastic things about that.
According
it's
to
better than 15.
Dan Riker, he said it's, remember all that stuff you didn't like about 15? It's still there.
Yeah.
We made it a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. It's better
like,
than 15. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Like, a little bit better. Considering, 13 was actually a really good game in hindsight. I fucking love wrestling games. They're stupid as shit.
Yep. Hindsight's always
I don't know what it is, though. I played, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 on the PS2.
Yeah.
Looks better than the next-gen, wrestling games
that just makes
of the WWE year branded ones.
That just reminds me of, I think it was Nerd Cubed. And it was a 15-second video that he uploaded last year with 15. And it was just a clip of someone, he was doing a ladder match, and someone was on top of the ladder reaching for the briefcase, and then all of a sudden just spun like a fucking helicopter with the ladder off the fucking ring, and you can hear him just set his fucking control, just push back and just start laughing maniacally because it was just so bad. And it was just a 15-second clip, and that's all it was. And I was just like, oh my god, what is this shit?
I found that wrestling game that I love so much. It's just WWF Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
On the Sega Genesis.
When is this going out?
Thursday, so tomorrow.
Thursday.
Video game related. Sorry, I was thinking. Steam is doing a stealth game sale right now until Friday.
Oh, are they really?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
And we looked at it last night, and they have some very, very good things in there, including Mark of the Ninja.
TVS Raccoonus? Come on.
Which,
Sly 3? Or whichever one it was.
PC.
Mark of the Ninja's on there, which I have only ever heard good things about.
I'll fucking open Steam up right quick.
Yeah, they've got all of the Assassin's Creed games in there, which I
don't like any of them.
Well, I like 2
fucking big picture mode, goddamn.
I like 2 and Brotherhood, and that's about it. But I still have not played Black Flag, so I put Black Flag in my wish list just because I want to play it at some point. They've also got a bunch of Splinter Cell games. They've got Revengeance, that's just fucking weird because that's not a stealth game at all.
It's on the...
No, it's not. no, it's not.
It can be, kind of. Not really.
I guess just go to the store and it should say...
I'm trying to get out of fucking...
Big picture mode.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I got to fucking ring going. This is so bad.
What else was on there, babe? Do you remember? There was a bunch of stuff.
Bunch of the Thief games.
Oh yeah. They have the original Thief, the one that Frank and I are always talking about. That's really, really, really good. It still holds up and is a great sneaking game.
Is on there.
Dish on Red, Far Cry 4.
Oh yes, Dish on Red.
Deus Ex, Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 2.
Far Cry 3 is a great game.
Splinter Cell, Crisis Collection. That's not stealth, is it? I guess
there's stealth moments. Fucking. But Metal Gear Rising's on there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's that's far from that's far from a stealth game. There's maybe 6 seconds of stealth in every level.
Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon.
Hell yeah.
I just clicked on the stealth tag because it's recommended for me, of course.
Yeah.
And I want the special.
I just remember seeing that that Thief was on there, Thief Deadly Shadows, which is fucking awesome.
It's a great game.
And we've only got it
for what it is.
And we've only got it on Xbox, so I went ahead and put that in my list or in my wish list because it's only $2 or some shit.
Yeah.
And it's such a good game. Seriously, if anyone likes stealth games and you haven't played that, fucking play it.
Definitely better than the new Thief game.
It is
which is
so
also
good.
on the stealth game sale.
Yeah, but don't buy that one. Buy Thief Deadly Shadows.
Deadly Sex?
Yes.
Deadly
Thief
Sex.
Deadly Sex.
Alright, we're going to go on break, and when we come back, I may have some actual video game news. Oh my god, something relevant.
No.
Had a dream, had to make it. Now there's nothing dragging down me, yeah. 'Cause the don't push it all out the way. Destined to break in, I found my way, yeah. Now ain't nobody gonna take it. 'Cause the don't push them all out the way.
I had a dream that I made it here in the spotlight. Woke up, see my life in the shade, nah, it's not quite. Hustling every day, I'm on my way to that shop.
And we're back from break. I know they got killed by a spider. So that was fun.
You did. Well, no, you didn't. You just got scared by this.
Fuck that spider. That thing was huge.
Could have had a heart attack.
God, seriously. Fucking heart
Then
skipped
he
like
would have
6
died.
beats.
Would have died.
No, we were outside smoking a
Well,
cigarette.
I told you not to pee there.
You did. We were outside smoking a cigarette, and I had to piss. So, I lean out the garage door thingy and, just start trying to piss. And I get like 2 seconds into this piss, and she's telling me, don't piss there, because people walk there. I'm like...
Well,
They're like,
no, specifically I said our kids, my kids, and your kids walk there when they're fucking barefoot, and you're gonna piss on the fucking concrete. It's gross.
It's my concrete. It'll dry up by the morning. And then, I look over, 2 seconds into pissing, just being a dick, and there's this giant fucking spider just hanging out on the door jam. Hey, what's up? So I jump back and just freaked out by this fucking thing. My dick's still out. Piss going everywhere. And then I look behind me on this fucking door right behind me, and there's this giant fucking egg sack. Just teeming with little spiders. So, yeah, that's...
And about, a minute before that happened, I saw a giant spider that was hanging off the roof.
Yeah, we got a spider problem.
Spider.
And you got a spider on your back porch?
Yeah, that big motherfucker. He's huge.
I told him not to fucking kill him. They're not hurting anybody.
They're not
could.
helping me.
They could. You never know.
Yeah, it might be a new
Gotta
species.
deport all the
something.
spiders back to Mexico.
I'm gonna make my back porch great again.
Make Kinder's back porch great again.
2015. I forgot what year it was. This is our new Kickstarter campaign.
I hate spiders. I fucking hate spiders so much. I'm never going to Australia. Sorry, FNX.
We will one day.
At some point.
One day we will
check
go.
check your fucking car door handles. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And your toilet seats.
Red back on the dunny seat. Josh Arnold will appreciate that.
We'll go one day and go see Josh Armour and see if he's got enough room in his house for us to stay there, so we don't have to pay for a hotel. Hey, do you have a guest room?
Hey man, can I crash in your pad for a while? My pet tarantula, he doesn't do much. He just kind of hangs out.
It's like Spider Bro. Remember Spider Bro?
Yeah, that mean. Hey man, I caught that wasp. I know how much you hate him. Yeah, so I got him for you. So you mind if I crash in your corner for tonight? Or just kill my wife? That's cool too. Yep. So that. Speaking of Aussies, figured since we're with FNX now, we might as well try to network with some of the people and all. And I found one guy that some of his content I like pretty good. Rocket Grunt Josh.
Yes.
I forget his real name.
Rocket Grunt Josh.
Yeah, Rocket Grunt Josh. That's his real name. He's doing a Nuzlocke run right now on Ruby. I want to say it's Pokemon Ruby, and I got my heart. I felt for him bad. With I forget what episode it is. One of the episodes I recently watched. It's already bad enough in Nuzlocke run. You can only catch the first Pokemon you see in a route, and your main offensive types are really rare for the most part. Fire and fighting are your best offensive types. And lo and behold, he finds a fighting type, what's called a Makuhita. And he caught the thing, right? And it's already hard enough to catch on the first encounter anyway at that point in the game.
Yeah.
So he caught this thing, and he uses it twice. And then something crits him. He was like, all right, we're going to level this guy up, try to get him ready for this next gym.
Yeah.
And then I think it was a trainer with a fucking Pidgey.
One of those, whatever they are, onto him so he gets the experience points whenever the fight happens.
The experience share.
Yeah. The XP share is the best.
He takes one hit and it's 15% damage. All right, you're fucking fine. And then the next one's a crit and it just kills him. And he's like, no!
That's fucking terrible.
Fuck!
Ugh. I'm already shitty enough at Pokemon. I'm really bad at Pokemon.
I think I've only played Blue, Gold, and Silver. I never beat Gold or Silver, and I beat Blue once when I was 12. And I haven't played since.
I'm the fucking opposite of that. I'm the Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon, even.
I own every single one now up to, I think, I don't own Pearl, I don't think. So I own all of them up to like diamond. So I have red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, fire red, leaf green, whatever.
Speaking of crystals, you
Steven
guys
Universe.
should totally watch Steven Universe.
God, you were telling me about that.
I was telling Laura about it. You just happened to be in the fucking room. I don't fucking talk to you.
I just happen to live here. That's all.
Well, so do I.
I only pay a mortgage.
But yeah, I was telling her about it, and she was like, "Wow, I really need to watch this show because it looks really good." And I was like, "I told you it's great."
The first season, like the biggest problem I have with the first season is the fact that it's just like Steven is a very annoying character, but they grow him up a bit from what I've seen in the second season, so he's not as annoying and like
He had a reason to grow up.
Yeah, it's an interesting show.
It's really, really good.
I prefer when it comes to my stupid cartoons.
It's not stupid. That's the
I'm
thing.
just saying, when it
Actually,
comes to my
it's
stupid
good.
cartoons that everybody is all gaga over right now.
Gumball.
Gumball's a really good show.
See, you can't really compare.
Like the Amazing World of Gumball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit's
For me,
fucking
it's
great.
like you can't compare Steven Universe to Gumball because they're not the
They're
same
not
type
the
of
same
show.
show.
You could compare maybe Steven Universe to Gravity Falls,
Yeah.
or to Over the Garden Wall,
Yeah.
which we need to watch at some point.
Speaking of strange cartoons, there's one that I can't bring myself to actually watch because I have the idea in my head that it could be possibly potentially good, and I don't want to ruin that image. There's one called Uncle Grandpa.
Oh God, don't watch it! It's
fucking
awful.
terrible.
Oh,
It's
but all I
so
ever
bad.
see though is like this short old guy with a handlebar mustache, and he's like wearing rainbow suspenders and shit. And you know how Netflix scrolls through like a couple of clips from the show?
Yeah.
And it's the same 3 clips every time. It's just like 2 of him. One of them has like lipstick and long hair, and it's like a female version of, I guess, Uncle Grandpa. And then another one's just him and like some weird looking character. And then the last one that always shows up is they're riding like a photorealistic tiger
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a tiger.
that shits rainbows.
Yeah, it's a
And
tiger.
It's like it's Nyan Cat but a tiger.
It's awful.
a really fucking
really
weird
bad.
show, but like the character of Uncle Grandpa is
really bad.
really annoying. Like there's like parts of it that I think are hilarious, but they're all the parts that are not Uncle Grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa
Yeah.
showed up in an episode of Steven Universe, and I don't like that episode.
It's sort of like
Well, thanks for ruining the image.
You're
it's
welcome.
somebody took SpongeBob and stripped out all the like the good parts of SpongeBob.
Oh god.
That's
like,
what the Uncle Grandpa
Yeah,
is.
like the mild bit of like subversive humor.
Yeah.
Like there still is a little bit of that. Like
I mean, they have a fucking tiger that shits rainbows and flies through the sky.
yeah, there was an episode where like he was trying to break a piñata and it was like
an actual animal.
well
Started
no, like
bleeding.
he just
Damn
kept
it.
walking and hitting things with the stick until like he got to the point where he hit like a bunch of nuclear waste and grew giant. And he pulled like a telephone pole out of the ground and he like smashed a hospital or something like that.
Jesus.
It got really fucking weird. And then he finally gets back to the RV thing that he lives in and smashes the piñata.
Is this Trailer Park Boys the cartoon? That's what it sounds like.
It's weird as shit. Like Gumball has like real ass like subversive as fuck humor in it.
Yeah.
That's like goes way the fuck over any kid's head.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching it, I'm like, whoa, that's so fucking.
That's like
weird.
regular show does too.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've seen the short, the guy before he actually started doing that
that's
show.
at 2 a.m. at the 2 a.m. or whatever it is, or
Uh,
a.m. 2
not-
2
2
a.m.
a.m. PM.
a.m. p.m. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was actually a really good fucking
Yeah.
short.
Frank and I were watching Adventure Time at my mom's the other
yeah.
day,
Adventure Time's good too.
and
That's
there
all right.
something really weird happened.
Yeah, it was just like
A spider's butt exploded, and it was just. Speaking of spiders, I guess just tie this all
bunch
together.
of baby spiders shot
Yeah,
out of its
it was
exploded
like
ass.
millions. And Finn and Jake are just standing there, literally in a pile of baby spiders, and they're just like, "Aw, how sweet!" And then it was like he finally realized they were baby spiders. It was like, "Ew, gross!" And then Jake was like, "Oh, it's beautiful. It's
What if
love."
we just
and then
embrace the darkness?
it's like, yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
slowly
And then the
covered
episode just fucking
with
ends.
baby spiders.
It was so weird.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I love that show.
It was a
So
great
it-
allegory for like
life.
modern day marriages because it was just like this spider who's like married to this other spider, and like he goes out and he
And he tries to get her something.
get her
a
something,
gift
and he finds her a magic sword. It's like,
it's covered in flames.
yeah.
You have to mention
It's like,
that.
no, I got this for us. And he's like, you bought that for yourself.
Because he was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. We'll put it over the mantle and we'll cuddle in front of the fire and And she was just like, sees flaming sword and was like, this is just a flaming sword.
Yeah,
you
you
idiot.
you got this for yourself.
Anyway, so getting off of cartoons now.
Let's keep
Anyway, I was talking about Rocket Grunt Josh and his Pokemon run over. We were thinking about getting him as a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Talking to him about that. We're scheduling stuff because he's got a life too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Life is hard.
We don't have a life now. It's all kids, podcast, eat, sleep, die, pump gas, blow up.
Eat, sleep, podcast, kids, repeat.
Wash your hair every now and then.
Every once in a while.
Chew on your beard.
Occasionally.
Well, dye your hair sometimes.
Yeah.
My
And
hair-
die inside sometimes.
My hair is currently what I'm calling Klingon blood.
Klingon blood.
Yep, that's pretty good.
It sounds like a weird, like,
Sounds like a
60s kids toy.
It sounds like an e-liquid.
Yeah.
It does. I would.
really
I
does.
would. I would use.
They have
that.
the worst fucking names.
They really do. E-liquid in general is a bad name. Like I was telling you.
E-cigarettes is a bad name.
That makes sense though. It's an electronic cigarette.
Yeah, but like when I ask where my, like, if I leave it somewhere, like, hey, where's my, I can't say mod because that's fucking pretentious as shit.
Yeah. Where's my mod?
And I don't want to say vape because where's my vapor?
Yeah.
Where is my vapor?
But also just
Fuck
saying
you.
vape is just, it's like it's
It's
like,
also
it's
pretentious.
it's pretentious, but it's douchey.
Yeah.
It's like goes beyond pretentious into just straight douche territory. If you say mod, it's like nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about except
Yeah.
other people who vape.
Yeah.
But if you say vape, you come off as a guy who's really into vaping, which
Yeah.
is not something you ever want to be.
And then I have to say, like,
Sorry, everyone we know who listens to the show
Yeah.
who's really into vaping.
and if I can say, where's my e-cigarette? The e-cig, it just doesn't
This
roll.
looks like a penis when you rolled inside.
I
out.
know. I've done that before.
Oh my god.
Like-
Nobody
like
knows
a
what you're
year
talking
ago.
about, and now they're wondering what the fuck looks like a penis when you roll it up.
It's a microphone
Don't tell
condom.
them. Damn it.
No, I'm just saying it's a microphone condom. That's why it looks like a dick. Because you got to. It's a
It
condom.
really does look like a head.
Like, yeah, it's like got a fucking
I did
ridge
this,
around it.
dude. I did this like 6
have a
months
friend doing
ago. I was just sitting there playing with it. I turned it inside out, and I was like, "Ew, look, it's a dick."
Oh,
I think we
yeah,
need
no,
to take that bit out of context and just put it in an episode.
I just want like an e-cig vape juice, whatever the fuck it's called. I want like just one just called
Smegma.
Oh god. Ugh. Ugh. Dick
Smoking
cheese.
with Smegma, yeah. And I'm smoking currently. I'm smoking Reptile.
Reptile.
It's
Mine's
fucking
worse.
green apple.
Sub-Zero.
Mine's worse. Mine's called Vape Nectar.
That's fucking gross. Mine is watermelon mint, I believe it is.
That's
It has a
normal, at least.
name.
Yeah.
It has a
name.
But I don't.
It has
know
a
what the is.
name, douche.
I have one called Melon Ball at the house.
No, that one's in the car.
Wow.
That was my refill I was going to use if I needed it. Yeah, Vape Nectar's pretty good though. It's got like honeysuckle in it.
My other favorite is BB Kush, which has nothing to do with weed or like BB. It's fucking blueberry.
So it's not Butterfingers and marijuana, which would be a great flavor for vape juice.
It really would. Wouldn't it?
Like Butterfinger, BB, and marijuana.
I did have a marijuana flavored one, which the name was really disappointing on it. It was just Mary Jane. It was like, come on, you could have done something like sour diesel juice.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, of all the names that you come up with for pot itself.
That's the fucked up part about medical marijuana and dispensaries.
It keeps the names.
Yeah, it's like you don't go into a fucking like you don't get a prescription from your doctor's like, listen, I'm gonna have to prescribe you some sweet strawberry and like like it's like take 30 milligrams of sweet strawberry and like that's not happen. It's like Tremoxapil or whatever, and you go to the fucking dispensary. It's like, yeah, like the blackberry
So your doctor
Crabtree is like fucking good for not for like narcolepsy, but like
Your doctor prescribes you Pineapple Express. I see. Okay, cool. Have you tried our sour diesel? Like, that's actually a really good weed. We also have White Widow.
White Widow,
If it's pretty good. It's about the same.
If you want some old fashioned, we can get you some.
We can get some OG
strawberry
Kush.
some OG Kush, some orange Kush, some orange Crush if you want.
There's a vending machine outside.
There's a vending machine outside. It's also got Fanta and Faygo.
Which is
That would be a weird ass
Yeah.
fucking machine.
Stocked by the locals, bro.
It's just some fucking juggalo comes
Bring
every
back
night.
in the bottle for nickel deposit.
And I don't mean money, man.
Yeah.
And you go to the pizza place across the street, order a Bob Marley extra crispy.
And they said you
just
back
gives you a
over to
burnt
this-
pizza.
The dispensaries across the street, bro. They put me out of business. You want some za?
Jack Black shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This is a weird place.
Yeah.
Portland. What
Oh,
are you
yeah,
gonna
that's
do?
right. Oh, it's the Bay Area.
So, video games?
Well, no, we're not talking
No.
about this.
Okay.
I guess the bit of news that I did have, just squeezing in real quick. Potential Twilight Princess remake, almost confirmed.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah.
Which
like
I'm
a
very
title
happy about.
update on the Wii U about a Twilight Princess. I will totally play a HD remake of Twilight Princess because I would be interested in playing Twilight Princess.
I really like Twilight Princess.
I just
It's got like the best story of any Zelda.
last good Zelda 3D Zelda game was Wind Waker.
Wasn't it before? Was it before? No, it was after Windbreaker because they went back to like the.
Yeah, because everybody was pissed about the cell shaded graphics, even though they're better than any Zelda graphics that have been done since. And you know, like
I mean, if Skyward Sword had nothing else, it looked pretty.
it was pretty. Yeah, it still would have been better on an HD console with
Yeah,
you know
right.
that could output proper looking graphics.
They did have like some. It was like a weird mix of cell shading stuff.
Yeah, it was like
some of the
cell. It
bosses,
was like painterly. Was the best way to describe it. It was like painterly.
which is a weird direction to go.
Oh, yeah, I mean it works.
I did see this thing. I got a exclusive invite thing, which means that everyone else got it on 3DS. But they sent me an email to make me download it. A demo for what was it?
Triforce Heroes.
Triforce
the new,
Heroes.
Zelda
Yes,
game,
it
yeah.
looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, I just feel like it's like. Yeah, it's like Four Swords Adventures, but with 3 people instead of 4.
I love Four Swords Adventures
Yeah,
a
Four
lot.
Swords Adventures is fun.
You got to get you a Game Boy Advance because I have a copy of what the fuck's it called?
Four Swords Adventures.
It's the Link of the Past.
Well,
Four
it's the
Swords
best
Adventures
Four
one.
Swords Adventures, yeah.
And I think they actually had like a standalone title.
Yeah, they had
too.
one. The Four Swords Adventures was the one. The Legends of the Four Swords was the one that came with Link to the Past on Game Boy Advance. The Four Swords Adventures was the GameCube game where you needed 4 separate Game Boys to play it because you could go into dungeons by yourself and play on the bottom screen.
Yeah. I want to get that. And we got to play it.
Be fucking a nightmare to try and cap all those though.
I think just capture like the
Capture the main screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just checked out of this conversation because I'm like, Zelda.
I checked out the entire wrestling conversation. I want to hear
No,
it.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. I was watching.
I can engage in everything.
Well, I've literally played Phantom Hourglass.
Y'all can talk about Harry Potter. I'll just check it out.
We've done that enough.
Yeah.
Oh no, they did actually
we
do
haven't
something
done that enough,
interesting.
apparently.
No, they did something interesting where I love Harry Potter. I'm not the biggest fan of J.K. Rowling. I think that she's retconning a lot of shit, and it's really fucking annoying because she's just like, hey, remember me? I'm still here. But she did a thing recently. She released a short story or whatever on Pottermore that explains the past of the Potter family. And it's really interesting. It kind of goes into detail on his ancestors and things like that. Like how his dad got the invisibility cloak in the first place and why they had money. Like just shit like that. Like it kind of goes into that a little bit. I didn't
Because
actually...
they're wizards, Harry.
But I don't
You're
know.
lizard people, Harry.
It's not...
Your
like,
family runs the government behind the curtains.
Like, I've personally gotten to a point where anything she says now, I do not take as canon because I just feel like it's just like a plea for attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
And
of
so
like
I'm just
that.
like, okay, whatever. Yeah,
Started,
it's interesting.
Everybody was all like, "Yeah, Dumbledore's gay," and then nobody realized that she was already going too far. Not because
Yeah.
she made Dumbledore gay, but because she was like changing shit that
Yeah.
had already either hadn't been like she was filling in canon that either hadn't been established or didn't need clarification.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to the point where she's like, "Oh, it's pronounced Voldemort."
Yeah, that was annoying. It's
Yeah.
like, man, fuck you. You should have said this
It has
like
a fucking T.
12 years ago, okay? Don't.
He's not fucking French. Fuck you.
Yeah, Voldemort.
Yeah, but although the French name for Tom Riddle, instead of Marlovo, to make it spell out right in the movie, whenever he moved the thing around, his middle name is Elvis. Mm-hmm. So it's Tom or it's whatever Elvis. He's fucking Elvis anyway.
Elvis.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that bugs me. It's just like, shut up. Just shut up. Yes, you will always be relevant because you wrote these books. You don't have to keep putting shit out there because it's not going to make a difference.
She could just, write a fucking new book.
Like you
like that might work.
Like you started out.
She could write the Marauders era, which is what a lot of fucking people want, but she's not going to fucking do it until she... Like, people forget that they want that, and then she'd be like, oh, I've come up with this great idea.
I'm British as fuck.
Then again, you do know how that's going to end.
Yeah. Well, it's the problem with any prequel.
Yeah.
You know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
With Darth Vader screaming, no, and Padme dying.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Spoilers. I
Yep.
still agree that the best way to watch those movies is the machete method, which is you watch Star Wars.
And chop off a finger every time you get disappointed.
You watch Star
With a
Wars,
machete.
and you watch Empire Strikes Back, and then you don't watch episode 1, you watch episode 2 and episode 3. Then you watch Return of the Jedi. Like, because the point is hey, you just found out that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father.
So here's
Darth Vader's backstory.
Yeah.
Now, here's the finale. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
But fuck episode 1. Best part about that, fuck episode 1.
No, that's what I was gonna say. It was
get a copy of just the lightsaber battles from 1, and then a quick
the pod race
You mean
scene.
the pod race?
The pod race scene. That's all you need. Pod race scene, and that's it. And the text scroll, pod race scene, credits.
Yeah.
Best Star Wars movie ever.
I like the lightsaber battles. They had really good lightsaber stuff.
Like the
rather than
bit at
the full 3 seconds of doing no connection whatsoever. What is this?
The 1 and 2 where they fucking they're trying to show off the fact that they can shine the lightsaber lights on their face. So there's whole scenes where they're just spinning the lightsaber in front of their face like this, and it's light going over. Oh, look at the light going over their face.
Look what we found out how to do in Final Cut.
Yeah,
I still.
They made fancy lightsabers that shine.
Every time I think of the Star Wars prequels, all I can think of is Ewan McGregor on Top Gear talking about how fucking weird it was shooting those movies because it was just blue screen everywhere. So he's in front of a blue screen, on top of a blue screen, sitting on a box covered in a blue sheet, and George Lucas is like, "Oh, and now look off into the distance as if you're looking at the suns," and he's just like, and pretend you're riding a horse. So he's sitting on this box with a blue tarp on it, and he's just like.
This is how I die. This is how it ends.
Yeah, you think it was bad enough being directed by George Lucas. Now imagine being directed by George Lucas in a big green space, and now you know what it's like to be. I
thought they were blue screens on that movie.
Green, blue.
They probably had both.
Chroma keyed.
Chroma key. Magic of chroma key. Why not just build real sets? Exactly. That's what we're doing. We're doing that now. Building real sets. That robot's fucking real.
It's awesome.
It's the best
Isn't
thing
it?
about it.
Have you seen the thing just off screen?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I want one. And they have a toy of it. I want it
it's
back.
great. It's like $200,000.
But I want it. It's so awesome. It's the coolest
BB-8,
fucking
the
thing.
ball with the thing on top. It's real. It's not just a CGI thing. It's
Yeah.
a real fucking droid.
How the fuck did they do that? I don't know.
It's not a midget.
It's awesome.
It's not a midget.
It's a robot. It's
Say that.
real.
It's a little person.
They probably are okay with me.
It's okay on radio still, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like is it the midget N word or little person N word?
Oh my god!
It's the M word.
Dwarfican American.
Oh god, they originated from the Shire, so they're Shirekins, Shire Americans.
Shuriken?
Sure.
Shoryuken
Americans.
And that's the end of the Shoryuken. Kick your ass all the way back to Shire. Fuck you. Bye.